So I had heard of Barefoot, and like maybe some of you, I'd also seen price tags like this. Yikes. They make some incredible monitors, but they're really kind of not in this guy's price range until these guys dropped very recently. They are Barefoot Audio's new footprint O3s. Their first foray into the price point that a lot of producers and engineers will find somewhat affordable, specifically at the $2,000 US dollars price point for a pair of these. Not an insignificant cost for some, but I can tell you this: if you have not made an investment in your studio monitors that make you wince a little bit, then you're probably not invested enough. Look, we all love to buy exciting plugins or mics or maybe even some new guitars, but probably one of the best investments you can make in your home or project studio is a really, really nice set of monitors here. Maybe you have a pair of monitors around $600 or $700 and you just want to go to the next level. These guys are the next level. You will be absolutely glad you did. So let's talk specs. What do we have here? We have three-way active ported monitors, and I did say ported. That is, these are, I believe, the first ported cab that Barefoot has made. But from what I know about Thomas Barefoot is that he's not married to a certain way of doing things. He just wants to make the best monitor that he can. So in order to get down to 45 Hertz with a 6.5 inch low-end driver, Thomas employs a tuned ported cabinet. We also have a 3.5 inch aluminum cone mid-range driver and a 1 inch ring radiator tweeter. 260 watts total power with 100 for the low end, 100 for the mid, and 60 for the tweeter, with the crossover points, I believe, are at 400 and about 4K. But actually, speaking of crossover, Barefoot has done something very, very clever. The Footprint O3s have an analog crossover before the A to D converters, which gives you an additional 5-bit higher resolution at the higher frequencies. Now, that's a lot of technobabble for those of you who just want to know how these guys sound. And obviously, I really can't give you that experience through a video. What I can tell you is that the mids and the top end of these O3s are just so very clean. When I first heard these monitors, it kind of reminded me of when I was a young man and I got my first set of contact lenses. You know, I wasn't blind, but I didn't realize how many details I was missing before seeing an optometrist and getting some, quality prescription contact lenses. I swear, I will always remember leaving the office and walking around in absolute amazement, seeing the details of the leaves on the trees. I mean, I'm walking around like this. I swear people must have thought I was doing a little bit of this. Of course, I was not doing that. I was just in awe of seeing the details that I'd missed up until that point. Now, I wasn't blind, but there was so much more to see in terms of details. So unboxing these guys and firing them up, on reference songs that I knew really, really well was kind of a similar experience. Let me say that there are a lot more exciting monitors out there, and the manufacturers of those monitors, they know how to put a smile on your face with a bunch of overhyped low-end and sparkling tops. But that's not what we want, right? We want to hear exactly what we're mixing. And I pulled up some old mixes on these and really heard what's going on. I tell you what, I really love these monitors. Also, they come with an amazing technology where you can even emulate other monitors with the turn of a knob. Classic old school white cone NS10s. Cube gives you the sound of mixing on mix cubes. And I've been told that these are not just tweaks of an EQ curve, but faithful emulations through DSP of these other monitors. And, you know, I know NS10s and the old Oratones pretty well, and these sound pretty close. Imagine having 3 sets of speakers, actually 4 sets of speakers with the hi-fi model, all within reach of just a turn of a knob. So let's look at the back panel. We have our input in the form of a combo 1/4 inch and XLR with an input level with 8 loudness settings for 0 dB to plus 3 dB and also 6 attenuated settings. Now you might think that the USB port is some sort of audio interface. It is not. It is simply a port for factory adjustments and calibrations. The only way to bring in audio into these monitors is through the analog port right here. We then have the meme input and through to the other monitor. So you plug in your little switcher here and daisy chain through to the other monitor here. So how do these guys perform? Here's what I noticed first up. Great low end out of what are pretty small speakers. Also, when you crank them up, the 6.5 inch woofer can be doing an awful amount of work, and yet the cabinet doesn't move a bit. It's actually freaky how inert those cabinets are, and I can only believe there's a bunch of voodoo math and engineering that's going on to achieve this. And you can imagine just how much more that just makes for a very accurate monitor when it's not dealing with a bunch of harmonics with the cabinet kind of vibrating all over the place. I wish there was a way for you guys to hear these monitors, but one thing I've always done is listen to, when I'm judging monitors, is to play a really great piano sound. And when I play up here, oh, it is so clean. Much more clean than it was in my last set of monitors. Here's the thing, I love these guys. Thank you so much to Teddy and Thomas at Barefoot for sending these out. They absolutely have my highest recommendations. And if you're in the market to graduate from, you know, standard $600 to $800 price point, basically that crowded space of mid-range price monitors that are in your local music store, check out these. I love these guys. You never know. I never knew what I was missing, and you'll probably be doing the same thing. So check them out if you can. I'm David Wallace with ProAudioEXP, and I'll see you on the next one.